What is going on, everybody? I am in Tucson, Arizona, and today we are going to be looking at more in depth the homeless crisis that I have seen with my own eyes in this city. I'm going to take you guys around the city and kind of show what I've seen happening here. So we're rolling into downtown Tucson here, about to do a couple interviews, hopefully see if anyone wants to talk to me today. You know, a lot of people have mixed reviews about homeless people. There's kind of two sides of the arguments where people think that they're really down on their luck and need some help, and then the other side of things is, get a job, basically. And I think this issue has way too much gray area, personally, to fall into either one of those categories in a black and white standpoint. I think there's a lot of gray area. There's a lot of politics involved with the homeless crisis. The weather is quite nice, which, it's easy to be homeless here, like if you have to be, right? Like you wouldn't want to be homeless in Iowa or something where it's gonna snow all over you. It's not an easy thing to be homeless regardless. I'm not taking that away from anybody. But if you were gonna be homeless, Arizona would definitely be better than somewhere in the Midwest, if you catch my drift. So I think today, we should really get it from the horse's mouth. All right, so we got a van over here. I'm not really sure. So, are you out on the streets? Are you sleeping in a shelter?
They bulldozed down our planet and paved it and paved paradise. I sleep in a camper outside of town.
Is that it over there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's your camper?
Yes, and it's broken down. Looks just like me. Old and broken down.
Okay, do you work at all?
No.
Or you just live on...
I'm a minister.
Okay. So, is there a church you're affiliated with?
Church of the Living Light.
Is it your church?
Yes.
Okay. Are people hearing the word that you have to speak?
Well, if they read it, I'm not a preacher. I was doing this before it broke down.
Okay, so
just traveling from town to town.
Yeah, so how much would you say you make in like a day just doing this?
In a day?
Yeah, like people giving you donations.
I know, I make about $20 an hour.
$20 an hour? Are you serious?
At the most, yeah.
Are you aware that
not all the time, though. It's a few bucks here and a few bucks there.
Well, fair enough. Are you aware like that they're actually paying that at McDonald's now, $20 an hour in California?
Well, I ain't going to California. Yeah, I don't give people money. Most of them are drunk junkies.
Are you on drugs or anything like that?
No, I'm a minister. I'm a real minister.
Well, fair.
I work for Father. This is what he wants to show the world.
Fair enough.
I can't find anybody straight. Let's put it that way.
It's in terms of sober.
Yeah.
So you feel like that? Would you say like that's 90% of the people that you find are on drugs?
Pretty much.
Really?
Yeah.
I just wanted to see what's going on.
Tucson seems to actually be maybe worse off than Phoenix, from what I've seen personally. What are your thoughts? Why do you think this is happening?
Personally, I believe that our city government isn't putting enough effort into providing programs for homeless people to try to get back on their feet. I think that while there are homeless shelters, there's not enough homeless shelters, and there aren't enough programs in general to help these homeless people who are generally trying to get back on their feet and try and live normal lives. Because I've worked at Quick Trip for nearly 3 years.
Yeah.
I have seen up front so many homeless people get yelled at, get belittled, and I don't like it because...
So they're like not welcome in the store.
Yeah, a lot of people, they're not welcomed because they've made mistakes, and I'm one of those people who looks past those mistakes, and I feel bad for these people,
Sure.
And when I'm on the clock, sure, I have to kick some of them out because it's just my job.
Yeah.
But I usually just ignore it sometimes. Like, I like helping them. I like giving out free refills. I like giving out, the expired food. I help them. I'm on their side.
Sure.
And at the end of the day, I really do try my best to really help people when they need it the most, because I know how it feels like to be near the bottom, and I know that...
Hey, this is for him.
Oh, all right. Hey, thank you guys.
It's really cold, so try to stay warm, man.
Thank you guys.
God bless you.
Hey, what's your name, by the way?
Yeah,
do you care
Purple.
to share? Purple?
Yes.
That's your name? All right. Purple, nice to meet you. I'm Serge. Do you have a lot of run-ins with the police out here?
I've gotten 2 more tickets standing in the medium. It's legal to ask for money if you're standing on a public sidewalk.
Like we are right now.
Yeah.
Sure.
But they say it's not, standing on the medium is illegal because they passed some law that you can't be in a safe place in the road.
Yeah, they got signs now in the nicer parts of town, frankly, that just say no to panhandlers. I don't know if you've seen those. May I ask you this? I just noticed this. Those are some incredibly nice sunglasses. The Ray-Bans you got there?
Yeah, they were a gift.
Really?
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people, I've noticed that.
Everything I have has been given to me.
Really? That's incredible. Because I was going to say, I notice sometimes people, they'll claim like, oh, this guy isn't really homeless or this guy isn't really this thing.
Well,
What do you think about
I'm
that?
a drunk junkie because I stagger.
Sure.
I can't walk without holding my dog. My knees and feet hurt like hell.
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
65.
65, all
And
right.
I'm just getting too old for this shit.
Ma'am, are you homeless?
Yes, I am.
I was just going to ask you, how long you been on these streets? Do you sleep on the street?
Yes,
Where at?
everywhere.
Everywhere? Like wherever you can find a spot?
Yeah,
So the-
mainly with my friends out here that I have.
Did the police ever try to kick you off or anything like that?
Yeah, they've I've gotten like 30 tickets already.
Wow.
I've been kicked by them,
You've been kicked by the cops?
woken up by them by kicking me.
What happens when they wake you up? Do they just tell you to leave or do they take you somewhere else?
They run my name every time.
They do what now?
They run my name to see if I have warrants.
Okay.
And if I have warrants, then they'll make me sit there until they figure out if they're going to take me to jail or not.
Wow.
But I became homeless 2 years ago after my husband died.
Wow, I'm sorry to hear that. What, do you mind if I ask exactly what happened there?
They said accidental overdose.
For your husband?
Yes.
And then that led you to the streets?
Yeah.
And is there any kind of like government subsidies that help you out while you're on the street, or?
No, I've been on the homeless waiting list for going on 4 years now, me and my husband. And then when he died, I was still on the list waiting.
Wow. So, what is the list for? Like housing?
Housing, yeah. Housing for the homeless.
Do you feel like there's enough help for the homeless out here?
No.
What do you feel like could be done differently?
Get us housing when it's cold, because it's been cold the last couple nights, and it's like all of us, like, our stuff gets stolen. We don't have blankets. That's why we're out here flying a sign to
Sure.
get help with blankets and food and stuff.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, do you go hungry out here? Is it hard to get food? Do people give you money? How does that usually go?
It's a win or lose situation. If the cops keep kicking us off, then we don't make nothing.
Sure. And how much would, like, when you do make money, I mean, what's a good day for you, do you think?
I stop at $20 for the day.
Oh, the whole day? Wow. That definitely is a big difference from our friend over there who told me he's making $20 an hour.
That's because he's probably being greedy.
Are you, do you have any substance abuse issues at the moment, or?
I was on fentanyl, and I got off of them. I'm on methadone now.
Is that pretty common on the streets, fentanyl?
Yes.
Yes.
Is it?
Yes, very.
Especially
It's a lot of people that a lot of us that was on fentanyl is because we were on narcotics and our doctors either left state or kicked us off the pain program, and that's what led us all to fentanyl.
Wow. And fentanyl, what is that like? Is it you do it once and that's it? You're addicted to it, or how does that work?
I got addicted to it like 3 days after I started doing it.
And how long were you addicted for?
I just barely got off a year ago when my husband died.
Oh, congratulations. Are you completely sober from everything now, or do you still have some other stuff that you deal with?
I smoke weed.
I think that would be a subjective opinion.
There's a dispensary next door.
Well, let me ask you this: do you feel like weed kind of gives into other drugs, or do you feel like you don't have any issues from smoking weed? What do you feel about it?
No, we don't cause you to do other drugs.
You don't think so?
Nope.
Yeah, because I think that's a big controversy now in Arizona. It's legal. Are you able to go to the dispensary and get it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't have to deal with shady people,
No.
hopefully.
No.
How easy is it to get fentanyl on the streets here?
It's hard now.
Is it?
It's hard.
It's really hard because they finally passed laws that go against it, trying people cracking down on it. The police in this area especially, I know they went very hard on it.
So they're finally starting to crack down on people. Wow.
Because it's a really bad drug. I mean, from my experience, I've had people smoking in the bathroom. I've smelt it throughout the whole store.
Really?
And the issue with that is, I don't care, but there's children.
Not the kid. If you're outside
Yeah.
smoking with kids at a bus stop, that's wrong. I'm sorry. I have grandkids. No, I would beat somebody's ass. They would smoke near my grandkids.
Sure.
I almost, I remember one time there was a guy smoking fentanyl in the bathroom, and there was a kid out there, and I could smell it near the kid. So I rushed into the bathroom, and I almost knocked the door down, because fentanyl is one thing I take very seriously.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because fentanyl is what makes these homeless people do these things, you know? It's like it destroys their mind, makes them think that they are,
Sure.
yeah, they're just stuck and they have nowhere else to go.
What drug? I mean, because fentanyl's kind of a new thing. I mean, it really is.
Yeah.
What would you compare it to in terms of like other hard drugs? I mean, what is it like? Is it like anything?
Heroin.
Like it's like heroin, so it gets you nodding out basically. Okay.
Yeah, some quick trippers, they like to call people who walk around high on fentanyl zombies, because they literally just...
They look like zombies.
Yeah, they look like zombies.
Nodded out. Like,
How hard was it to get off of it? Or at least you said you're on methadone or Suboxone? I can't remember.
Methadone.
Methadone.
It's
Okay.
hard to get off of it because the withdrawals are really bad, really bad. You're throwing up, sneezing, coughing. Some people are going to the bathroom on themselves. Stuff. It's really bad.
Wow. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're in recovery. Is there anything that people can do to kind of help you out? I mean, do you have a bank account? Do you have an ID? Do you live anywhere?
I don't have an ID. I have a Cash App that I have through my brother.
Okay.
My brother gets money and stuff for me and sends it to me.
And how can people? Do you know what the Cash App is?
Coach Tommy.
At Coach Tommy.
Yeah, his name is Tommy Duvall. You can look him up on the Cash App.
Okay. And let me ask you this before I kind of wrap up the interview. Are you from Tucson?
No, I'm not.
Where are you from?
Baltimore, Maryland.
No shit. What brought you out here?
My mom and my stepdad came out here. Moved out here in '97. I moved out here with them. Then I moved back in '09 because my mom was dying with cancer. She wanted to die in Maryland, so I went back out there. After she died, we came back out here, and then my stepdad died, and then a year after my stepdad died, my cousin died, and then my husband died.
Wow. Tragic. And do you feel like that's the kind of the case for a lot of homeless people? They just have an unfortunate event happen that kind of catapults them into something? Or how do you feel like that happens a lot of the time?
A lot of us is homeless because when the COVID came, losing their jobs and stuff, and then after the COVID thing was over, the landlords just started throwing everybody out on the street.
Really?
And they shouldn't have did that.
And do you feel like that? Like what in terms of a ratio or percentage? I mean, how many people are homeless for that reason? Do you think?
I think like 80% of the people.
Are drugs involved in that as well, or some not?
No, because I know like over 50 homeless people that are out here that don't even do drugs.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
The Tucson apartment economy is also really bad. It costs like $1.2K a month to get one room.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts for Tucson, for sure.
And it's because a lot of people have moved in from Cali and stuff because Cali was too expensive. And they saw, Tucson's cheap. And now they're jacking up the prices. So a lot more people are becoming homeless now because they can't afford it or they can't make ends meet. Wow. And a lot of these people, when I first started working here, I was meeting new homeless people like every week. That's how bad it first started. So,
do you feel like it's gotten better or worse now?
It's gotten a lot worse.
You think it's gotten worse? Why?
Gotten worse.
I see a lot more homeless people now that have in the past. Not only out here, but at every other store. Like, there's just homeless people, and there's people crying for help.
And are they cleaning it up or not really?
So,
I mean, what does that even mean?
They're taking us to jail if they catch us sleeping somewhere. Like,
Is jail better?
no, it's not.
Because some people think that it is because you get meals. You
No,
disagree
it's
with
not.
that?
Yeah,
Okay.
I disagree. Like, they should open up a motel for people that are homeless.
Sure.
Especially like us people with disabilities. I have a disability. Like my two friends that are right there on the medians flying, they have a dog. They need housing too. My one friend was stuck in a tent for 4 hours with the javelinas.
Oh, wow. Yeah, javelinas are vicious.
Yeah, they were tearing up her tent, and the cops had to come help her.
What do you think the ultimate solution is? Like, because there's so much gray area with this. So I'm sure you think that already, but because I know like I was kind of explaining, before I got here that basically you know, it's kind of a mixed bag. Like a lot of people, especially when you get up in that hill over there, a lot of people are going to say, you know, get a job, right?
They do.
And then a lot of other people are going to feel bad and want to help you out. But there's some gray area, I feel like, involved in the homeless matter. I mean, what do you think the solution is?
To get to open up motels, like abandoned buildings that they have out here, open them up, make them into rooms or something for the homeless until they can get them housing or something.
There's a lot of empty space in Tucson.
Yeah,
I feel
there
like
is.
it's very possible to set up more homeless shelters for people who need it.
Yeah, and do you think...
And they're doing more. You have to have kids in order to get a place. I don't think that's right, because people like me that's disabled and my friends that are out here right now, they don't have kids.
Sure.
Like my kids are all grown. How am I going to get housing if my kids are grown and have their own kids?
Yeah, do you feel like homeless people, like, is it hard to get everyone back into society, like functioning in terms of, like, you know, getting a job or a house or even an ID?
Yeah, it's because they won't give you a job if you're homeless, because my husband, before he died, he had a job at Wendy's, and when they found out he was homeless, they didn't hire him.
Wow. Have you ever thought about like putting a fake address down or something just to say that you have a place? Or
When he did that, they sent a letter to him and it was returned, so that's how they found out.
Wow. Sorry to hear that. Remind me your name again.
Angela Edwards.
Angela Edwards. Thank you for the interview, and, you know, God bless you, and I hope that things get better.
Thank you.
All right, guys, so when I parked my car, there was literally the Purple's van that he claimed was broken down was right here, and he drove it off. So, you know, think for yourself, I guess, with that information. I don't really know what to make of that. You have to keep an open mind when you're out here, obviously. I have no idea. Maybe I misconstrued his conversation. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, but yeah, I mean, literally, he told me that his van was broken down, and then he just drove it off. While I'm on this break here, I just want to give a shout out to Wise Wolf Gold and Silver. It's not hard to tell that our country's on some hard times right now, and inflation is absolutely ripping apart people's bank accounts. So if you feel like stacking stuff other than paper, which this is not financial advice, by the way, but personally, I prefer to stack other things that are not paper, like gold and silver. And if you're looking to get started stacking gold and silver, Wise Wolf Gold and Silver, who's owned by our good friend Tony Arterburn, he actually offers a subscription-based program. Now, he's the only guy I've ever seen doing this in the gold and silver business. But you can start buying gold and silver for as low as $35 a month. You can at least buy an ounce of silver with that. And he has it on a monthly thing. It ranges all the way from $35 all the way up to $1,000 a month. Or, of course, you can just, you know, call him and buy gold and silver individually. But if you feel like just, you know, setting it and forgetting it, that's a great way to start. Again, not financial advice, but feel like you want to start stacking, make sure to use my link with the promo code SergeThePurge. You can hit the link and use that code, get started today. Thank you, guys. As you can see, just a lot of stuff in this neighborhood. You know, frankly, this is not the greatest neighborhood in Tucson, but you know, naturally, this is kind of where more of the homeless encampments are. A pretty large encampment here. Yeah, that's a pretty large one. It's on a side street. So here we're coming up on the Salvation Army. Now, they're literally letting people camp over here outside of the facility, which just tells me that they obviously have run out of beds inside of the facility itself. We are on Main Avenue, which is quite literally the main street that takes you into downtown Tucson. So it is very much, you know, in the eyes of the public, what's happening in Tucson with the homeless crisis here. It definitely tells me that the city of Tucson has an overwhelming amount of homeless people. If the Salvation Army literally has too many people that they're letting them camp right outside their facility, on the facility, because I believe that's actually off the public sidewalk. So yeah, Tucson has definitely got a serious homeless problem. So with that being said, everyone, I think I'm going to end the video right here. I probably will do more videos like this in the future in the city of Tucson and probably other cities for sure around the country. If you want to support my work, I have some links in the description below on how you can. I already mentioned Wise Wolf Gold and Silver, but if you're feeling generous and you want to just support, I have some links in the description below on how you can do that. My goal is to take this nationwide and do interviews around the country, and I'm really excited to do that for you all. Let me know in the comments what you think of today's video. What do you think about the homeless crisis? What do you think the solution is for homelessness in America? I'd love to know your thoughts. Please leave it in the comments below. And with that being said, thank you all for watching. Thank you to all of you that subscribe to the channel. And you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace out.